With the release of Bully almost 10 years ago on the PlayStation 2, and I believe that's the only console that it released on. I think it released on the Xbox 360. But with the release of that game almost 10 years ago, Rockstar Games have decided to do what they did with almost every 10-year release the game on mobile devices. So this was a surprise to me as I woke up and saw a promotion on Twitter that they released it. Now, there is a bit of controversy as people are upset that they would release this before they would work on a Bully 2. I believe this was unnecessary, but I still purchased it for some nostalgic reasons, as this game is, pretty fun. Now, when I was younger, I used to play this game a lot, and I just really enjoyed the way they made this game. Like, in this footage here, you're going to see me doing a couple of missions, but during these missions, a class is going on from 8:30 to, I believe, 11:30. So I'm going to begin the mission and try to hurry up because I still have to go and do art class, which was a pretty hectic class for me, as you had to do something specific, like draw a box around these little tools, and the way you had to do it was Tron-like, so you could not run into your line, and it's pretty cool. Another thing I liked was you can decide to fail all your classes if you want. These are just think of your classes as side missions, and if you do them, you pass your class for your report card, and if you don't, then you're doing bad. And once you get your report card, for the end of each quarter or something, I believe you can get rewarded depending on how many classes you passed or failed. Now, the main missions don't have anything to do with this, as once you beat the full game for the missions, your classes continue to go on. Another thing was, you see that the missions build up between you and your antagonist. The antagonist is, he's more like an, how do you call it? He's not a friend, but he's also a friend at the same time. He's a bit of an asshole sometimes, and I mean, that's the point though. It's building this hatred for him. So whenever it's time to finally take down your enemy, you feel some sort of satisfaction that, yeah, this guy isn't gonna mess with me anymore. For somehow reason, this game reminds me of Harry Potter, but if this was in real life and there is no Hermione. It's a huge school. You have no parents. There's, you have your classes, you have your teachers, you have this guy who's evil, but then is not evil, and that's Draco Malfoy. You're Harry Potter. But Harry Potter isn't a bad kid. I don't know. It's like some things that you can compare this game to the Harry Potter story. Or maybe I'm just going crazy. But here you can see during this mission, another thing is you can upgrade certain things like your slingshot, and you get respect for certain missions. So certain missions you get respect if from the nerds if you beat up the jocks, or as you can see in this mission, I'm gonna go to the football field and shoot up some of the jocks with my slingshot, and I gain some respect from the nerds, meaning I'm gonna lose respect from the jocks. Now there can be another mission where I beat up some nerds and I gain respect from the jocks, and that's how it kind of works. And so later in the story, we're going to see how much respect we get, meaning when we're walking through the halls or outside of the school. If we pass one of these people, will they try to fight us or anything? Now, this was one of the first Rockstar games I played that hadn't had to do with like shooting people or doing drugs or anything. This was literally still a game where you can vandalize and fight people, but without the weapons, without the blood, without the gore, without having to steal a car or having to curse. And that's why people appreciate this game so much. And that's why people want to bully too. Because imagine advanced graphics with this kind of gameplay and maybe even more features now that we have way more opportunities to do way more things, you know. Maybe we can do college this time, so we can probably drive around and do other things, you know. But I want them to keep it in the teen mature the teen rating, you know. Try to keep the mature rating down, but you know what, I'll still appreciate if they make a Bully 2, whether it's mature or for teens. But this game was amazing. I really appreciate. I mean, I appreciate that they made it for iOS. So, you know, people that don't have their Xbox 360 or their PlayStation 2 can play this game. You know, the opportunity for children that never played this can now play this game and see what is the buzz about this old game with the bad graphics. Another thing was, yeah, during this era where Bully came out or San Andreas, the games really didn't matter about graphics. Like when we sat down in front of our PlayStation 2 or in front of our TV, I should say, and we popped in a game, we didn't go, man, these graphics are bad. Man, I hope they make better graphics. Oh, look at the... No, it was about the gameplay. It was about the gameplay. I feel like graphics, the matter of graphics came in around the 2010s when, you know, certain game companies started making games look great. And then people just expected graphics and gameplay to be well. And I believe that's the problem we're in right now. Some companies are focused on the graphics more than the gameplay. And yes, as much as I would love to see snow fall out of the sky, with each snowflake being developed differently and coded differently, the gameplay matters also. We don't want repetitive gameplay. We want something different. And that's what Bully brought us. And that's why people love this game so much. Now for the what do you call it? The graphics wise, I was playing this on a 6S Plus, and even when I wasn't recording, outside of the school, it gets very, 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 it loses a lot of frames, and I believe it's the trees and the map loading in a lot, and you know, I don't know, but there's settings in the options menu to turn off shadow quality and stuff like that so it can run faster. Now, I didn't do that for this gameplay, but I'm definitely going to do that because I believe it saves you battery also. And it'll just give you better frames per second, even if you lose a little bit of quality from the game. I would like to know if you play on the 7 or 7 Plus, how good the gameplay was, or an iPad Pro or something like that. I would love to know how the gameplay was for that. But it runs pretty well. Some camera angles sometimes are weird. And you can't, it's not like you have a controller. This is a touch screen, so you're gonna have problems like that, and I can understand. So I'm not really gonna complain about that. But I hope they begin to optimize this more for bigger devices like the 6S Plus, because the 6S Plus isn't that old, you know, and if San Andreas can run fine on the 5S, they should have Bully be able to run fine. But you know what? This was just released. They're just excited. I hope they make enough sales. This game, it's great. It's great. I recommend that you guys buy this game. If you are playing on a 6 or below, I advise you guys to turn off certain quality graphics and just enjoy the game for the story, which is wonderful. It's a very satisfying ending. try to find and unlock everything. Try to unlock new moves. Um, Try to collect all the rubber bands in the game. You can even pull the fire alarm sometimes. See how people react to certain things. Explore the world, because you can even leave the school sometimes, and you can also, there's a mission where you go to the carnival, which is one of my favorite missions. I advise you guys to get that far into the game. It's a very, very fun game. So yes, guys, I recommend to buy this game. It's $6.99. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do a $10 iTunes card giveaway. So all you guys got to do is like the video and subscribe and comment. Have you ever played Bully? If you did, what did you like about it? And if you haven't, would you buy this game? And what would you like to see in the next Bully? So thank you guys for watching. My name is KGB, and I am signing out. Thank you. One more thing, guys. I forgot to mention that they have built an in-game recording for your screen, so you can record the gameplay, and that's how I recorded this gameplay. It's 22 minutes, but I'm done talking. So yeah, I would take full advantage if you guys have enough space, and record some gameplay, post some cool things that you find, or show some hidden places where you can find collectibles, and yeah, post that to YouTube. All right, guys, bye.